Now at 5, an officer on the scene captures the Christmas Day explosion in Nashville, Tennessee, the newly released body cam video.
Plus, $600 stimulus checks are slated to go out to Americans. But what is the fate of the $2,000, that hypothetical stimulus check?
And another holiday transformed by the pandemic, how people and businesses are adapting their New Year's celebrations.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News at 5 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Emily Flores.
And I'm Nick McGurk in for Glenn Mills tonight. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about New Year's Eve, right? The pandemic changing the way we have celebrated the holidays. Now, the Gateway is offering a different form of fun this year compared to last year and pretty much ever before. That's to avoid the potential spread of the coronavirus, trying to avoid a super spreader event. ABC4's Jordan Burroughs now live for us with how it works. Hi, Jordan.
Hey, Nick, the iconic ball drop, the countdown, 3, 2, 1, that's the same this year, but what's different is there'll be less cheersing, less kissing, and less hugging at these large public gatherings. But instead, you will see, like I said, people a little bit here, those small groups gathering. But health officials say this New Year's Eve, this could turn into a super spreader event. 1 year ago, the parties were
quite a bit different.
Different meaning singing, dancing, and eating, enjoying celebrating the new year with those you love and your community.
We actually have sort of a hybrid model that we've created, so there's 2 different ways that people can celebrate.
The celebrations, however, need to be on hold this year due to what could be an increase of COVID-19 cases if people can't follow the rules.
The safest way to have New Year's, like every other holiday we've talked about, is at home, only with the people that you in your immediate household who you live with.
With Dr. Spivak's advice, she says gathering with those you do not know almost guarantees you a 1 in 2 shot of getting COVID-19. She says if people are in a group of 15 or more in Salt Lake, Summit, Davis, or Utah counties, there is a 40 to 50% chance someone has COVID-19.
Going to a party or any kind of celebration or get together that has people outside your immediate household clearly increases the risk of getting COVID.
Jacqueline Briggs, the marketing director at the Gateway, says she is organizing this event as safely as possible.
Every group that's pre-registered will need to check in, and they are spaced 12 feet apart and masks are required.
Those that are attending the party virtually will see fireworks and hear local music from the comfort of their home.
There's a lot of people at home that have felt isolated this year, and they may very well look forward to this kind of experience and something to do.
Spivak told me there really shouldn't be any large gatherings this year for this New Year's Eve. She says that could lead to a step in the wrong direction in the fight against COVID-19. Reporting live at the Gateway, Jordan Burroughs, ABC4 News.
All right, our thanks, Jordan. Well, now to the latest on the COVID-19 numbers here in Utah. 2,736 more people have tested positive for the virus since yesterday. The Utah Department of Health also reporting 16 new deaths, bringing our death toll to 1,235 since the pandemic began. Now, there are 506 Utahns currently hospitalized, and total hospitalizations from the beginning of the outbreak stands at 10,763. More than 20,000 people have received the first dose of the vaccine. And taking a look at the past 7 days now, the rolling 7-day average for positive tests, just more than 2,035 per day exactly. And the average positivity rate for laboratory tests is 24.7%.
Well, the year 2020 coming to a close. And as we look ahead to a new year, a lot of us really are looking ahead, right? We have an opportunity to examine the really wild events that defined 2020. ABC4's Haley Hendricks takes a look back at some of those moments during the COVID-19 pandemic that shaped the year. Haley?
Hey Nick, what a year it has been as we've watched our communities struggle and adapt during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, as we take a look back at this year, we remember the travelers who were quarantined to cruise ships, the stay-at-home orders, the thousands left unemployed, our healthcare workers stretched thin, mask mandates and quarantines. And now a vaccine brings hope into a new year.
This is our ticket out, if you will, of our current situation. And we all want to get, I think, back to a new normal.
Now, as we look ahead to 2021, Utah officials say they're hopeful by next summer, all Utahns will have the opportunity to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Haley Hendricks, ABC4 News.
Okay, thanks, Haley. So many people looking forward to the vaccine, but some Utah minority groups, they tell ABC4 that they have very mixed feelings about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. And here's why. Lizette Villegas is a Latino advocate out of Cache Valley. She says she is for vaccinations, but a big sticking point for those in her community is a lack of information about how the vaccine could impact the health of Black and Latino recipients.
I think it's that lack of trust, misinformation. I think we are missing a lot of education.
Locals and health leaders say they believe there needs to be a better multiracial representation in the data about coronavirus vaccines. We have a lot more on this. The full story coming up tonight at 6.
Well, Utah and Salt Lake counties are strained, seeing more and more search and rescues in 2020 than years past. And officials say that the pandemic could be a big part of it all. This year, the Utah County Sheriff's Department has received 150 reports of stranded or lost hikers. That number up from the yearly average of 110. Pictures from the Utah County Sheriff's Department show search and rescue saving 2 men stuck in a mine shaft in Utah County. Officials say that the men in this rescue were not prepared at the time, which is a growing fear, especially during the winter months.
If they're going to go snowshoeing or cross-country skiing or winter camping, which people do, they should be prepared. And it's what we call peeps, probes, and shovels in the search and rescue business.
Unified Police going on to say that there have been 76 calls on reports of a stranded or lost hiker, up slightly from 2019. Officials there also linked the increase to the pandemic, people with more time on their hands looking for activities where they can social distance. And to Zion National Park now, where park officials say they've had to clean up, get this, almost 10 pounds of human waste, along with other garbage and graffiti. It is hard to believe. According to park officials, though, Ranger John was the first ranger to patrol the Narrows area since the beginning of summer due to the toxins in the water. Well, he said on his patrol he picked up 14 pounds of trash. 9 pounds were human waste. Ranger John also said the graffiti was the worst I've ever seen. That was him saying that. Park rangers remind the public that graffiti is a crime. A person could receive up to 6 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. Okay, time now for a first look at the forecast.
Yeah, guys, we've got a gorgeous sunset out there. You want to see it? Flaming Gorge, absolutely stunning. Lucerne Marina, we're watching that sun go down. Officially sets at 5:09. I know the days are short, but they're getting longer. Doesn't it look frosty up there in Flaming Gorge? They actually got some new measurable moisture as the storm system was tracking through the state. It's now exiting Utah, but if you notice that trailing front actually bringing in some showers to the extreme southeastern corner of the state. So Bluff getting some wet weather, but the bulk of Utah clearing out. We've got some clouds on the way. You notice them in the Pacific Northwest, but high pressure has set up and we're going to see that hold, although it's weak, through tomorrow. Temperatures are cold, freezing in Salt Lake, Provo. Look at Logan at 14 degrees. They have struggled in the teens today. They have those inverted conditions and won't get much of a break. 22 in Vernal, 35 in Green River, 25 in Cedar City, and 40s in St. George. Here's a look at what to expect in Salt Lake for the next couple of hours. We'll see those numbers dropping into the 20s. You want to bundle up. Some moderate air quality wants to hang out. It's already impacting portions of northern Utah, but our next storm system should help out with that. It arrives in the Pacific Northwest for our Wednesday. Won't start to impact us until Thursday. I'm going to break down those impacts coming up in my full forecast in just a few moments. Emily? Nick, over to you.
All right, Alana, thank you. Well, now to the images of the destruction in Nashville tonight following Friday's explosion. This video we're about to see from the FBI and ATF shows the streets filled with debris, damaged storefronts with signs and awnings barely hanging on, and burned cars. So the bombing wounded 3 people and killed the 63-year-old man responsible for the explosion, we're told. The Nashville Police Department also releasing new body cam video of an officer on the scene when the bomb went off.
Are you guys okay?
No, guys.
Where's your car? Okay, go to your car.
Now, the body cam video captured the dramatic moments immediately after the Christmas Day explosion, including officers helping people evacuate the area there. Now, the FBI is still on the scene today collecting evidence from the explosion in front of an AT&T building there.
Everyone knows that his father did work for AT&T. Interviews are still being conducted to determine, if that plays in any whatsoever into the motive.
Sources telling ABC News that investigators believe Warner was interested in several conspiracy theories involving 5G cellular technology. Intelligence agencies warned earlier this year that threats against 5G communications infrastructure are on the rise. Investigators are also looking at how Warner may have acquired the bomb-making materials to ensure there were no accomplices.
Thanks, Selma. You hear a lot of traumatized people there saying Christmas will never be the same after that bombing. Okay, moving on now. The city of Ogden, they've announced a new police chief. This follows Chief Randy Watt's retirement announcement. The mayor naming Eric Young the new chief in Ogden. Now, Watt was named chief of police in 2016 after previously serving as the assistant chief. Eric Young previously served as Ogden deputy chief of police.
I'm out in the community, and I'm going to be. We have a community outreach coordinator who's great at bringing the community in, but I'm going to be shoulder to shoulder and elbow to elbow with that community outreach coordinator, being in the community, listening to the community, and building more understanding on both sides in the community.
The mayor's pick for new chief, it is still pending advice and consent from the city council.
All right, still ahead, the team meal is an important tradition for many NBA teams, but now the league is limiting where teams can go out to eat. Utah's NBA-approved restaurants.
Plus, $600 stimulus checks are on the way to Americans, but could we be seeing that number go up to $2,000? The future of the bill coming up next.
And there's that live look outside at Southern Utah University network camera in Cedar City. Blue skies, but fresh snow on the foothills as well as in the valleys. When we can expect our next storm to track through Utah and Utah's most accurate forecast.